1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Okay, hello, good people. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. This is just going to be about the program card. What a program card is, it's a simple Excel file sheet, Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, with the exercises people will do and at what range they should do them. That is sets and reps, but also how heavy they should lift. Okay, now just something that I think is really important for you to understand. I have literally been in gyms where they don't have anything like this. They have some guy who's moonlighting as a personal trainer, unqualified of course, walking around following somebody doing the exercise, who's doing the exercises, and their job, all they do is if they're doing cable pulls, they touch them in the back to say try to aim for the middle, or you know, they lift half the weight on the machine. It looks really gimmicky, pathetic, and in all honesty, when I see this, I'm like, why would anybody hire that person? They don't even teach them about eating right, but they don't write anything down. It just looks pathetic and stupid. Sorry to use that kind of language, but this is going to separate you from those gimmicky, novelty kind of people. There's one guy at a gym I know who's, number one, I've never seen him lift anything. And he smiles and tells everyone they're doing so well. And yet every single time you see him there, you notice things going wrong with the person he's training. Wrong footwork, wrong technique. He's leading them into potential problems physically, especially if he's asking them to do any leg exercises. They don't have the legs positioned right. Things can go wrong all the time. So it's really important to get a program card worked out so that you know what you're going to be doing and you can focus on that and get it right. So some of the things will be sets and reps. Okay, how many sets will they do, and in each set how many repetitions? 8 to 12 is always good. Hypertrophy occurs from 8 to 12, which is really when you're enlarging the muscles. Okay, maintenance 6 to 8. But what's also very important to know is once your body gets used to doing 8 to 12 reps all the time, it doesn't really grow. Okay, unless you add more weight onto it. But in some cases, don't do that, especially for females. If a female wants to be more toned, they can do 8 to 12, no problem at all, but just don't add more weight. So you got your sets, your reps. Another one is the rest time in between sets. How long should that be? If you're lifting heavy, 3 minutes is great. But if you're lifting more lightweight and trying to keep tone, make it a minute. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, young lady, 23 years old, she wants to get into magazines and look like a fitness model. Okay, she's 172 centimeters and she's 54 kilos, so she's quite light for 172. Now she can lift dumbbells as a chest press. She can do about 40 pounds. Okay, but I've told her when she's doing it, she's struggling. And one of the reasons is that while I was talking about her diet, she's saying, well, I have to go out and meet these people all the time. I have to eat what they eat. Okay, so you can't be guaranteed high protein all the time. Go back to lifting 20 pounds, do 6 sets of 12 reps instead of 3 sets of 12 reps at 40 pounds, because it's quite obvious that it's going to be more important for you to get your form right and to just keep that toning weight as well. Okay? But in between those sets, you'll just need a minute rest, because 20 pounds is not going to cause you a great issue. She goes, okay, we'll try that. Works out fine. That's the kind of thing that is going to be very important. So if people are lifting a lighter weight, 1 minute. If they're going heavier, so when I do dumbbell bench presses myself, if I do 100 pounds each dumbbell, I will give myself 2 minutes. But if I'm doing 120 pounds, which I don't do anymore, I'll give myself 3. Okay? So it's very important just to understand, if you're going to be toning and lifting a little bit lighter, just keep the break time maybe a little bit shorter. But if you're lifting heavier, give people more time, to relax, to feel better. And now, the other one is the rate of perceived exertion. Okay, how much you're going to lift. This is going to be very important. When you first go to the gym, you'll test how much you can lift. So let's say I go to the gym and I can bench press 100 pounds, 45 kilograms. Okay, that's my 100%. I can't do any more than that. So my 50% will be 22.5 kilos. Okay, 22.25. Okay, right? Oh no, 45, be 22.5 kilograms. So, in the sets and rep range, what are you going to do? You can start somebody off at 25% of their max. Maybe in the middle of the sets, so let's say they do 5 sets. They'll start off at 25, then maybe give them the 50, then 75, that's okay. But I'll tell you what I do. I'll usually go 50, 75, 100, 75, 50, 5 sets. So yesterday I did Arnold presses, the shoulder press. Okay, I do about 35 kilos. Okay, so I go 50, 75, 100, 75, 50, okay? So 35 kilo, I'm gonna start off with the 17.5 kilogram dumbbells, okay? Then I go to the one that's between 17.5 and 35, which is around about the 25 kilograms. Okay, I'll do 12 reps. Okay, so I've just done one set, 12 reps at 17.5. Then I pick up the 25s. I do one set, 12 reps of 25 kilograms. Then I go do the 35 kilogram. Now, normally, between the 17.5 and the 25, I'll have a minute break. But then 17.5 to 3 minute, to 35 kilogram, I'll have about a 2 minute. Okay? And I'll do one set, 12 reps. Okay. Now, then I go back down. So it's like this. I find that works really good. simply because you don't want to get tired out all the time. You've got to do some other stuff there too. But one of the most important things is when you're going back down is to make sure your form looks really good. Okay, I have a shoulder problem. I crushed my shoulder when I was 23, okay? It sort of goes in sometimes. So at the lower weight, the lower RPE, I'm sort of trying to get the form, keep my shoulder out. It's almost impossible for me to do it. If I ever do arm curls, this shoulder sort of goes in. It just never got the strength back 100%, although I'm trying. But on the lower weight range, I can sort of keep it out. I'm constantly trying to tell consciously tell the shoulder to stay out. Don't have to do this with my right. And the last one is the speed of the exercise. This one's most people say go slow through the rep range. Okay, that's great. If you want to really get that hypertrophy to build the muscle, that's good. But sometimes you may want to sort of make weightlifting a little bit of cardio as well. Keeping a good speed going is really, really good. I find that on the lower rep range, so the RPE, the weight range on the way down, is go fast is quite good because it can get you a little bit hotter and get that blood flowing. And another thing that's very important to also mention here is that the heavier you lift and the slower you lift, the more bulky you come, the slower you slow down. What's really good is if you want to still maintain some agility, some speed, is to get used to also doing things a little bit faster, because I've found that does help with maintaining that speed, agility and quickness. I'm 46. I can still, if I go play basketball against 20-year-olds, I'm still quicker than them because I practice that. It's very important to mention. Now, when you're putting together the program card, there's some of the issues we have, and there's in the Patreon, there's the file there. Now, with the program card, you put in the first 9 exercises. If you don't know what those are, then you're not part of the Patreon group. That's fine, just jump on it and get to it. But really, just add your own if you want. But just stick to those and get those core 9 exercises right, and then get the program card right. A very important concept is to make sure that your client, whoever they are, sticks to the program card. They get it done. I'm literally at a gym quite often. And because there's just basically, it's just random acts of whatever anybody's doing on the day with the personal trainers anyway, and there's no routine, there's no order. You just see people doing whatever they want, and then they wonder why they don't improve. Like, I've literally been seeing a guy go for 6 months and he wonders why he doesn't improve. And I go, where's your program card? What's that? What's your diet plan? What's that? The guy's lifting half the weight. Maybe you should just drop your weight and do a few more sets. What's that? I don't know what that is. They tell me to do 3 sets of something every time and they lift half the weight. Yeah, that's just probably your problem. If you're going to have unqualified people telling you what to do, who he can't even write the most basic information down, what are you getting at the end of the day? But anyway, you sometimes can't help that problem. There's literally people out there everywhere you go who work in that fashion, and their clients don't improve, but they keep telling their clients they're doing fantastic. But I've put on 2% body fat because I'm eating more. Yeah, you're eating more because you're eating bad food, and you don't have a plan, but they don't tell them that. They just say, oh, it's common. And then those people 6 months later quit, and they wait for the next person to come and go, please help me. Sure. But if you stick to the 9 core exercises for now, and put the program card and tell your client for a month, stick to that. Every single time you come to the gym, stick to that. Number one, they should walk away saying, I feel a little bit stronger after a month. I have a little bit more energy because they're turning fat into protein, or basically turning fat into muscle. You've given them the diet plan. You're going to feel a heck of a lot better when they start eating right. Things are going to start moving for them, and they're going to feel better about themselves. So check out the program card. Make your own. Put your name on it. Check out the 9 core exercises, and remember the diet as well. That's really going to be your first month with the client, just to work that stuff out. All right, anyway, everybody have a fantastic day. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. I know you can do it, because if I can do it, you can do it. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye for now.